race of the Target Series Season number 11 Chase heads to the Pensacola National Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. This is the Can-Am 300. 4 chase races remain to crown a Target Series champion, and the points are very, very close at the top. Only 1 point separates the front 2, and 2 points separates the top 4. Brett Serra, last season's champion, looking for a win this season, on pole for today's race. Beside him in second, a driver tied for third in points, the 2 of Colin Teague. Then in third place, it's Jake Galloway, fourth for Jay Jefferson, and rounding out the front 5, Eric Olson in the 25. Then in 6th place, we have Zachary DeLello. In 7th, Michael Gregory. Then Jose Mills, the points leader, starts in 8th. 9th place for Alex Fletcher, and rounding out the front 10, the 89 of Roman Fenway. Back down behind them, the 55 of Colton Yo, and 2's outside the 5 of Jeff Bright. Then there's the 42 Bronson Minnick and the 30 of Justin Zidell. Then we have Evan Hunter and Landon Dinkins in the 6 car, along with Landon Lyons, and the 59 Zachary Fitzwater Sr. comes in second in points, only 1 back of the points lead. Then there's Mason Baskers and last race winner Trey Rainey, the 32, along with Casey Nanico and Tommy Fletcher Jr. in the 77. Then there's Adam McDowell and John Smith, the 04. Behind them, DJ Reed and Sebastian Dupain in the 33, along with Riley Spurley-Tube and the 23 of Max Anderson. Then there's Madison Tall and Eli Bright in the 8, along with Danny Lloyd and Matt as well as the 16. Then we have Jennifer Beeford and Alex Turner, the 05, Jake Richardson and Luke Rainey. A lot of success here. He's tied for third in the points. Then there's Anthony Hernandez and Taylor Brian Price, Sebastian Kukulan and Levi Schoens. Then the final row, Keyshawn Richardson in the 11 and the 29 of Code Red. I'm once again joined in the booth by Trey Bartow. Trey, this is definitely the biggest wild card race of the chase for sure. Pack racing, 3, 4, and even sometimes 5 wide racing here. Earlier this season, we saw a huge crash early on. Where these chase contenders going to be thinking about for this race? Hang in the back or try and get to the front and stay ahead of the big crash?
Well, it's our last place rate of the season, so I think most of these chase guys are going to try to get up front here to stay ahead of the wreck, that is. As you remember last year, like you said, we had an early big one about lap 3 or 4, which just caused a very unique situation with lap cars being involved and it only being about a 3-car race for the win here. So it'll be interesting to see if we end up seeing that same scenario again here, or if it's going to be a little different with a lot more cars being able to win it here today.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. 4 races left to crown a Target Series champion. The points are so close. We'll see how it gets done here at Pensacola. Let's go on trackside for the most famous words in motorsports for 15 laps of action in the Can-Am 300. And the field is rolling here at Pensacola for 15 laps in the Can-Am 300 chase race number 6 of 9 here in Season 11 of the Target Series. Entering this race, Jose Mills, 1 point advantage over Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who is second in points. Then a tie for third in points. Luke Rainey and Colin Teague both only 2 points back, but then below them, it's a little bit farther back to Bronson Minnick and Jay Jefferson, Levi Schoens, and Code Red, 10 and 11 points back for those 4 drivers. We'll see if they can try and gain in some of the points they need to enter the final 3 races of the chase on the right foot. The last 3 races of this season after today, Iowa Auto Club and Homestead, 3 more crazy racetracks. So you want to leave here with a nice cushion for the points lead. Brett Serra, last season's champion, on pole looking for his first win of the season. Colin Teague, third in points to his outside. They come down and take the green flag. We're racing for 15 laps here at Pensacola.
And already as we head into turns 1 and 2, Brett Serra is already out by himself out front there with a little bit of a push from the 20 of Jake Galloway there. He also cleared himself from the 2 of Colin Teague. Looks like so far on the inside line, the bottom's where you want to be, but I expect that top line, if they can get a little bit organized and all together there, they might be able to make a run here a couple of times, but you never know as Jake Galloway is going to go up top and allow the 25 and the 60 to go down below.
And 3 wide to the bottom goes the 60 of Michael Gregory. That push from the 41 of Alex Fletcher. Behind them, Colton Yo 55, along with the 5 of Jeff Bright. And Gregory will peek his nose to the inside of Brett Serra. They'll be door-to-door off turn number 4 to lead the first lap here in the Can-Am 300 at Pensacola. Off turn 4, they race for the first time today. Michael Gregory out front. He'll lead the first lap here at Pensacola in the chase race. Alex Fletcher is the 41 to his inside and already fast speeds over 200, almost 210 miles an hour in the draft off to turn number 1.
Yeah, these guys are flying here so far in the second lap here, so we'll have to see if these guys can be able to hold on to their cars with these high speeds. But as you see here, the 5 of Jeff Bright is on the bottom in the second right there. He's going below the 60. We'll have to see if he makes a move on the backstretch. Yes, he does, but is anyone else going to try to make a move below him before we enter turns 3 and 4?
Zeidel is Jeff Bright's pusher. Behind Zeidel is Zachary Fitzwater Sr., second in points and still only one back of the points leader, Jose Mills. If he finishes higher than the 40 here today, it's likely he's the points leader unless Luke Rainey and Colin Teague both have really good days, which is very, very possible here at Pensacola. You don't know where you're going to finish until you come off turn 4 in the last lap, and even then you might lose 3, 4, 5 spots depending on which lane you are in. Fitzwater low for second, push from Trey Rainey, who won last race at Rockingham, looking for his third win of the season, his second straight would be. Down low, 3 wide, puts Fitzwater in the middle. Nanko behind will get forced middle of 4 by the 38 Van McDowell as Jeff Brett the 5 still leads here at Pensacola on lap number 3.
Yeah, and as we were saying, Trey Rainey here won last week. Like I was saying, ever since that second half of the season started, it looks like his car's really been dialing in there. He's usually up front, and if not, he's at least, high mid-pack there. So he seems like ever since his first win of the season, he's always been a factor in these races. So we'll have to see. As you can see, Code Red here is really off the pace. I don't know if he just lost the draft or if there's maybe something wrong with his car there.
And Code Red has lost the draft. I have to believe he's just slower because he has no draft. You don't get draft here, and you lose at least 10, maybe even 15 miles an hour. So it'll be interesting to see, is that a strategy or maybe he's banking on a crash happening? He's far enough back to miss it. That is a insane strategy if that is the case, because it's not guaranteed that a crash could happen here. We could very well go caution free throughout this whole race. So for Code Red, either issues to not get that draft or it's a strategy play, but that is a gutsy strategy if he wants to try and make that work, because there's not a guarantee we'll have a big one here today. It's likely, but it's never a guarantee here at Pensacola as Jeff Bright continues to lead in the 5 car. He's kept that lead pretty constant. No one's been able to get to his rear bumper. We'll see if anyone can try and make a move. Here comes Rice Richards. Around they go to the inside. Dinkins and others into the inside wall. Dinkins, Lyons, and Taylor Bryan Price, they all slide up the racetrack. Now can Code Red get slowed down enough to miss it? He'll get down low. The yellow flag will come out for the first time. A 3-car accident on lap number 4 brings a halt to the action. Jeff Bright, the 5, back in front. Trey Rainey in second. Riley Spurley-Tube in third. Caution flag number 1 in the air here in the Can-Am 300. A 3-car spin to the inside, and one chaser, Landon Lyons, involved in this one, entered 13 points below the points lead entering the day. Not what he was looking for to try and get back into championship contention. Let's go see what caused this accident early on here in the Can-Am 300. 4 wide down the backstretch, and Landon Lyons 92 has so much room. You can see right there, there's that 92 with the red numbers. This room, all to his inside, is his own. He has to take that. He's rubbing up against the 6 of Landon Dinkins, who doesn't have much room on his outside. He has room, but not as much as the 92 has. They rub in the middle, they get together, they come down and wipe out Taylor Bryan Price, nowhere for the 09 to go, and they take an uncontrolled slide to the inside right here. The 09 impacts the safer barrier along with the 6 hard. We don't normally see drivers hit that inside wall there, so very fortunate that Pensacola has safer barriers down there. It's not a spot you normally see drivers hit, so fortunately for the track safety, they have safer barriers down there to keep these drivers safe. But right behind this was third in points Luke Rainey, just 2 cars behind the 09. He's able to miss it.
Yeah, that was a very close call by them. Like you said there, the 92 had a lot of space to his inside, so I'm not quite sure what he was doing rubbing up on the 6 there. But as you can see, it caused a 3-car incident there, so not as big as the big one, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. Per se, it was more up front there. As you can see there, the 09 Taylor Bryan Price was just an innocent victim there. Nothing he could do, no time to react or anything. But as we were saying before, right before that happened, the 29 Code Red, that could have been his saving grace if it wasn't a strategy call by them to hang out to the back, and he just ended up losing the draft there. So we'll have to see if he's going to be able to rebound from falling back or if he's going to actually do the same thing again.
And Calamity under the caution flag, as they are 3 wide here. They've raced back around. They're slowing down, take the yellow. Kukulon 00 to the inside. 77 Tommy Fletcher Jr. You can see here he gets in line, then moves underneath Kukulon. Obviously a little bit frustrated with the 00, and he will wipe him out here under this yellow flag. So whatever it was for Tommy Fletcher Jr. and Sebastian Kukulon, it has not gone well. The 00 spins down to the inside. Luckily, that's not terrible damage. He should be able to continue on, possibly keep up to pace. But it'll be interesting to see if anything comes of that between those two later on in the going. So car number 5, Jeff Bright is out front here at Pensacola. We're going green this time by here in the Can-Am 300 short and yellows because we are at a super speedway. So the 5 of Jeff Bright leads. Every car is still left running. Landon Dinkins last of them, along with Taylor Brian Price and Landon Lyons. There's Code Red in line now in 39th. And there's Luke Rainey, the 88. And there's Kukulon in pack just in front of the 77 of Tommy Fletcher Jr. Some left side damage. We'll see if that impacts the speed of that 00 car at all. So going green, 9 laps to go when we take it. The 5 of Jeff Bright is dominated here so far today. He is out in front over Trey Rainey in the 32. The 9 of Riley Spurtube, Denny Lloyd, and the other Bright, Eli, is currently in 5th. They have Madison Tall, Casey Nanico, Max Anderson, Jake Richardson, and Levi Shones, the 22. He rounds out the top 10. So we'll see if any of these chase drivers can continue their march to the front. Currently, Jose Mills, the points leader, in 15th, and the 2 of Colin Teague in 20th. And there's Zachary Fitzgerald Sr., 24th. Luke Rain once again further back in the pack, outside the top 30. So coming back green here in lap number 7, Jeff Bright has dominated so far today. He's out front of Trey Rainey to come down, take the restart here. Lap number 7, 9 laps to go at Pensacola, and we're back green in the Can-Am 300.
Already there on the start, you could see it doesn't look like Trey Rainey got the best start there, so that made Riley Spurley have to go on the outside there, but now he's the only one on the outside, so he's going to possibly lose a lot of spots due to that, so we'll have to see if he's going to be able to regain from that or not. But as you see here, the inside line's starting to all close in on the 5 there, so we'll have to see if Trey Rainey is going to be able to make a move down the backstretch or maybe the 10 as he does go below the 32.
Yeah, Daniel Lloyd got a big run, had to take it to the inside the 32, and now he's a run to the inside the 5. So that run right there just compounded to get to the inside of Jeff Bright. As they're 3 wide back behind comes Madison Tall and Max Anderson, putting the Brights in the middle. Jeff, and right behind him, it's Eli. Levi Shones, 22, down to the inside, 4th on the inside. But now Daniel Lloyd currently leads here in the Can-Am 300. Madison Tall to 2nd as the pack starts to come together with that draft. Tall to the inside, they shuffle the dominant car out. Now it's time to race. Tall to the inside of Lloyd, now 3 wide to the bottom goes Max Anderson, number 23. 22, Levi Shones will look to the middle, then cut back under to get with the 23 of Max Anderson. Nanico and Mason Baskers also on the inside, moving forward. The inside lane, the place to be currently here at Pensacola, as Max Anderson leads the pack and the Can-Am 300.
Yeah, it's taking these guys no time whatsoever to get all bunched back up here. Like I said, this is a little bit different of a situation as we had last time we were here. The wreck was at the back of the pack, and it was only about 3 cars. So, you know, most of the pack, if not like 95% of the pack, is still all together here. So I wouldn't be surprised if near the end of this race, these guys get a little bit more, you know, reckless, I guess you would say, or more desire to get up front and try to make more positions up it if we see another wreck.
Isn't it weird that's called reckless and it could lead to more wrecks? Not less wrecks, more wrecks. Yeah. And Mason Baskers going to look to the inside of Levi Shones here, entering turn number 1. They'll be side by side. Shones led that last lap, but Baskers completely demolishes on the inside lane. He went 211 miles an hour off to the first corner that time, but just shows the speeds here at Pensacola. Alex Turner will move to 2nd. And the 42 of Bronson Mick will move up to P3. Jay Jefferson right behind him. So a slew of chasers at the front trying to move forward, including the 59 of Fitzwater, working his way back to the front. But is it too soon? That's the question. You have to have the timing down right here at Pensacola. Can you be too soon? Can you be too late? Will a yellow come out and shake up that cycle? We're not going to know until we get to these final 5 laps how this race is going to play out. Now Fitzwater's in the middle as Adam McDowell made the move to the inside. Jay Jefferson moves to 2nd with a nice run onto Mason Baskers. Help from Eric Olson. John Smith as well on the inside lane. They come off turn 4. Jefferson hangs left to the inside, but Eric Olson hangs a bigger left down 3 wide. Who does John Smith go with? Who does Adam McDowell go with? Who will they support in the race to turn number 1?
Yeah, I was going to say they're coming onto the front stretch. The 19 had a huge lead on the guys behind him, so I knew there was going to be a big run coming there. I thought the one of Jay Jefferson was going to take advantage of it. He kind of did, but the 25 of Olson had bigger plans, and as you can see, it worked out best for the 25 there, so we'll have to see how he's going to be able to handle out front.
And Adam McDowell's been aggressive all day long, trying to be aggressive again to get to the front. He has Pulsar Brett Sear behind him. Now here comes Jake Galway, the 20, to the inside lane. Galway moving towards the inside. Now 4 wide goes the 60 of Michael Gregory. Led the first lap here today, looking to lead more late in the going, but it's Eric Olson out in front. And up down Code Red, he has lost the draft again, so there might be bigger issues on the 29 car. Rather than staying back to avoid a crash, he's now out of the draft again, coming around to 5 laps to go here in the Can-Am 300. At the back of the pack, that's the 16 of Mathis Wells. Luke Rainey, 88, just in front of Jose Mills, the 40 on the inside lane. They're starting to make progress to the front, but it might be too soon if no yellow comes out. Jefferson clears the inside lane to have a shot now for the race lead. He's cleared 2nd. McDowell had no help on the inside. He'll try and keep 3rd. Galway's a nice run on the outside. The outside a lot more organized than the inside currently here at Pensacola.
Yeah, with very few laps remaining here, there's no more giving. All you can do is take now. So from this point on, these drivers are going to get a lot more aggressive. Right there, as we entered into one, I didn't think the one in Jay Jefferson was going to be able to clear the 38, but he did. And as you can see now, the front two cars are not really pulling away, but it's a bigger lead. So we'll have to see how the pack is going to be possibly get a run on these two.
Jose Mills has just taken Luke Rainey 4 wide, trying to keep that points lead as Mills. He's currently moving 4 wide to the bottom, going as low as he can to try and get away from the side draft and protect the bottom lane, but no one behind the 40 car. At the front of the field, there goes the 99 DJ Reed looking low. Eli Bright, the 8 with them, and for Eli, a win is what he wants today. It would be a great birthday present for the driver of the 8 car's birthdays today. How sweet would it be if he could get to victory lane? Trying to do it here in the Target Series at Pensacola, pushing DJ Reed by as the front 4 ride single file. Olsen, Jefferson, McDowell, and Beeford. There goes Jennifer low, and McDowell's going to block up to make a move on the one of Jay Jefferson down the backstretch to turn 3 and 4.
That was a big block there by the 38 of McDowell, but it worked out in his favor. But now that puts the 18 on the outside with no help behind her, so she's going to start the fall back here. And here comes Eli Bright and the 59 of Fitzwater here, so we'll have to see what these two are going to be able to do, possibly work together here to get up front a little bit farther.
And as the points contenders run right now, you see Reed trying to protect off the of Eli Bryce. They run right now. Fitzwater would be tied with Mills. He gains 1 point. Mills loses 1 point. They would be tied for the points lead. But now Fitzwater's on the outside for the race lead. A late move out of Jay Jefferson, and Eric Olsen gets him to the inside of the 25. They'll be side by side, and Chaser Jay Jefferson out front. The way to make up those 11 points is to win. Jefferson knows this. He is currently out in front of turn 2. Can he clear the 25? But look it, he can't. That's going to be a big run for Reed and Eli Bright.
Yeah, here comes the 99 of DJ Reed. Really haven't talked about him today, but he is making his presence known here with only about 3 or 2 laps remaining here, as the 99 is going to go below the one of Jay Jefferson into 3 and 4 and possibly come out clear with the lead going onto the front stretch.
That big run as they were side by side in front makes it work for DJ Reed, but now he has to protect the race lead. Adam McDowell and points leader Jose Mills coming towards the inside. Mills wants every point for himself with now 2 laps to go. 6 miles remain at Pensacola. Do they make it 2 more laps without wrecking? And who comes out as the victor? Mills trying to get down low, but Reed protects the bottom. Jefferson getting a nice run on the outside, maintains with the 99 for now, but now has no help back behind him. The inside, the most help with Reed and Mills lined up on the inside. Colton Yo also there in the 55 along with Riley Sprolitube and Danny Lloyd. Oh, Jeff Bright's coming back. White flag this time by, and look at Mills trying to look to the inside, but now abandoned by the 55 of Yo as Taylor Bryan Price in the middle of all this. They'll split 4 wide around the 59s to slow up a Fitzwater. Will that cause a wreck? Will they make it back around? Here we come to the white flag. DJ Reed leads in the 99. Colton Yo in second. Riley Sprolitube in third.
I wasn't expecting the 09 of Brian Price to be there this early. I didn't think we were going to catch him in time, but we did. And as you see there, it pretty much split the pack up in half there, really affecting the 59 of Fitzwater there. He was the one that was unlucky right behind the lap car, so he's not going to be too happy about that. But as we go back into the 1-2, the 55 of Yo is going below the 99 of Reed there, so we'll have to see how on the backstretch if maybe the 10's going to get a run, or even Jeff Bright there, third car on the inside line, will get a run.
Yeah, Colton Yo leads off turn 2, but Danny Lloyd coming in the 10, and then the 5 of Jeff Bright. The dominant car of the day has led the most laps. Lloyd was the one that passed the 5. Jeff's going to try and pass Lloyd. Reed doesn't run the outside to maintain with the 55 of Colton Yo. They are side by side off to turn 3. Reed with a little bit of an advantage, but can't clear the 55 of Yo. They're door to door through 3 and 4. If they start worrying about each other, Jeff Bright, the 5, could look to the inside and win this race for himself. Here they race off turn 4 for the final time. Colton Yo edges in front of DJ Reed. Can Jeff Bright make a move in the 5 car? It's too late for him to do that. Yo's going to move up to protect off the 99. Colton Yo wins at Pensacola in the 55 car over Jeff Bright and the 99 of DJ Reed. Jose Mills, it looks like, will finish in front of his points rivals to maintain that points lead. Fitzwater might lose a point or 2 in that chase for the title, but non-chaser Colton Yo strikes here at Pensacola, winning the Can-Am 300 in a late race battle with Jeff Bright and DJ Reed. Let's go check the finishing results and the update point standings. Here's how they finished in the 6th chase race of the season, the Can-Am 300 here at Pensacola. 1 caution flag early on for 2 laps and 7 lead changes. 8 different drivers saw the lead here today. And out front at the right time only led 1 single lap. Colton Yo, the 55, wins this race over DJ Reed and Jeff Bright. They get second and third. Reed, the highest finishing chaser, gets him back up into championship contention. Jeff Bright led the most laps here today. Fourth place for Daniel Lloyd, and fifth place another chaser, Jay Jefferson. Then Michael Gregory gets sixth, Madison Tall in seventh. Alex Fletcher, Riley Spurley-Tube, and Jake Galloway round out the top 10 finishers. Eli Brighton on his birthday gets an 11th place. Jose Mills will extend the points lead by a single point with the 12th. Brett Sarah from pole in 13th, and then we'll look down for some chasers. There's Fitzwater, finished in 16th. Only lost a point to Mills though, so still within range to get by this 40 next race. Zachary DeLello also just below Fitzwater in 17th. They have to go down a decent ways to find the next chaser as we look down below the top 20. The next chaser, look all the way down to Bronson Minnick in 29th. Then Luke Rainey. This was a surprising day for the 88 team. Normally Luke very, very good here at Pensacola, but he finishes in the 31st position, but still gains 6 points. There were only 6 chasers that finished in front of him. Only 6 chasers finished in front of him. A lot finished below him. Look at Matt as well, as finished right below him. Colin Teague didn't have a good point today. Levi Shones as well, along with Code Red and Landon Lyons. So for Luke Rainey, even though it was a bad day, 31st place finish, and Jose Mills got a really good finish, Luke still only loses 4 points to Mills and is still within range to go out the next race and take over the points lead. Taylor and Price, the only car 1 lap down that we caught during the race. On the right side are the updated points. Jose Mills continues to lead in the 40 car. 51 points for him, 2 ahead of Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who is currently in second. Luke Rainey holds in third, currently 6 behind Jose Mills. Then Colin Teague is 8 behind in the 2 car, and then tie for 5th. DJ Reed and Jay Jefferson both 10 points back. The rest of the field, do they have a shot? It's going to be very, very unlikely for them, including drivers like Bronson Minnick and Zachary DeLello. Minnick right now 13 points back, DeLello 15 back, and then even below that, it gets worse for those drivers. So, in my opinion, the top 5 with the best shots at the championship, 6th and 7th, could try and sneak their way in if the front runners have bad races. But with only 3 races remaining in the chase, it's going to be very, very hard for those drivers below the top 5 to improve on their position to get up there and battle for a championship. Trey, after this chase race, which chasers caught you by surprise?
Well, I have 2 drivers up top here at this race, and that would be the 99 of DJ Reed, the highest finishing chaser here today at Pensacola, and then as well as the 40 of Jose Mills. He actually gained a little bit on his points lead there, so maybe, as you said before the race started, a little bit of a cushion going into the next run here. And then I have 2 at the bottom of the list. One would be the 29 of Code Red. Like we were saying, it looks like something might have went wrong on the car. He was not able to stay up with the pack there, so he fell back pretty far. And then as well as the 92 of Landon Lyons, he was involved with that little 3-car incident there on lap, I believe it was lap 4. But, it didn't take him out of the race, so it's not too terrible. But, again, he didn't have the best finish he wanted there, so we'll have to see if those 2 guys are going to be able to turn them around here at the next race.
Yeah, Code Red was in championship contention after the 4th chase race, but the last 2 chase races, only 3 points between them both. So it hasn't been great for him. For Landon Lyons, it's been a dismal chase. His highest chase finish so far, 4th highest. The rest of the finishes have not been great, which has put him at the bottom of the points right now. He is currently last, just behind Matt Diswell's Code Red and Levi Shones. 3 races remain in the Target Series season number 11. Can Jose Mills hang on? Can Fitzwater, Luke Rainey, Colin Teague, or someone else get up there and try and challenge? We're going to find out. We're looking forward to the next 3 chase races, and the next one especially. We're going racing out west at the Auto Club Speedway for the Auto Club 300. I will see you guys then.